Any quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they?
You gotta love AOC. Hello everybody, David Shuster here. This video is not so much about Donald Trump versus Elon Musk, but rather how their fight in the media sometimes shapes the perceptions of the Jeffrey Epstein grand jury materials. By now, you've probably already heard the news, including this.
Elon writing, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public."
Much of the mainstream media noted that Musk did not produce any evidence.
And just crazy to say that Trump was in the Epstein files. I mean, what are you doing?
But what Elon is doing is saying something that we already know. It may be news to much of the mainstream media, but Trump is in the Epstein files, and you don't have to take Elon Musk's word for it. Just look at the Epstein grand jury documents released in 2024 in Florida. The previously confidential material showed Donald Trump's name all over the Epstein call logs. And that's just the start, as a few Democrats last year pointed out.
Like Donald Trump's sort of all over this, right? There are pictures of him with Jeffrey Epstein. He's taken multiple plane flights with Epstein with young girls on board. He is on call logs with Epstein. One of the highest trending hashtags on Twitter right now is about Trump and Epstein. I'm not going to repeat the hashtag because we're in a dignified setting.
The hashtag is Trump pedophiles. Many of the posts screen grab documents from a lawsuit that accused Trump of raping a 13-year-old girl.
But yeah, y'all might want to look at that because that's highly disturbing. And again, it shows that Donald Trump is unfit for office. And by the way, he was convicted in a civilian court for sexual assault, convicted in a separate court of 34 felonies.
Most congressional lawmakers and members of the mainstream media have been unwilling to bring up the Trump-Epstein documents. Trump has denied the rape allegations. Katie Johnson dropped the lawsuit just before the 2016 election, and the mere mention of the accusations are reportedly so enraging to Trump, the Trump associates say anybody who brings them up will face unprecedented revenge. But the fear of retribution has not stopped a growing number of internet sleuths from piecing together the Trump-Epstein connections.
They lived within walking distance of each other in Manhattan. They partied together. Trump flew on Epstein's planes. Epstein buys a house literally within walking distance, shorter than the distance I walked to school as a kid from Trump. How many kids, not even women, how many kids do you think, and I want you to put it in the comments, Trump and Epstein raped?
All of you MAGA Christians, go Google Trump and Katie Johnson. The original assault occurred in 1994. You've got to read a little bit about it.
The Johnson lawsuit, item 12, reads this way. On the fourth and final encounter with defendant Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff, Katie Johnson, was tied to a bed by defendant Trump, who then proceeded to forcibly rape plaintiff Johnson. During the course of this savage sexual attack, plaintiff Johnson loudly pleaded with defendant Trump to please wear a condom. Defendant Trump responded by violently striking plaintiff Johnson in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted as he refused to wear protection. After achieving sexual orgasm, the defendant, Donald J. Trump, put his suit back on, and when the plaintiff, Katie Johnson, in tears, asked defendant Trump what would happen if he had impregnated her, defendant Trump grabbed his wallet and threw some money at her and screamed that she should use the money to get a abortion. Katie Johnson dismissed her lawsuit in 2016 without providing an explanation. But one of her attorneys, Lisa Bloom, said Johnson had received threats and was afraid. As for Donald Trump, his lawyer in this matter at the time, Alan Garten, dismissed the allegations as categorically untrue, saying the lawsuit was completely frivolous and baseless. The lawsuit documents are separate from the Jeffrey Epstein grand jury materials released in Florida, and separate from other grand jury materials still under seal at the Department of Justice. But any mention of the Trump-Epstein connections prompts a lot of people to take a closer look at the Katie Johnson accusations. And over the past year, there have been other accusations of sexual misconduct leveled against Donald Trump.
The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
That is Stacy Williams. As the headline reports, former Sports Illustrated swimsuit model says Trump groped her to show off for Jeffrey Epstein.
She says that Donald Trump, quote, groped me in what felt like a twisted game with Epstein. This was back in 1992 at a Christmas party, she says, after being introduced to him by Epstein in a Trump Tower.
The point is that nobody has to rely on Elon Musk for accusations that Donald Trump is some kind of sex criminal. Trump has already been found in one of the lawsuits to be an adjudicated rapist. More than 20 women have accused Trump of sexual harassment or sexual assault, and the Epstein grand jury materials that have already been released prove the Trump-Epstein connections. In my view, the most interesting part of the Elon Musk bomb, as he called it, is his assertion that the Justice Department is withholding other Epstein files because they document actions of Donald Trump. The Justice Department promised to release all the Jeffrey Epstein files months ago, and keeping these materials locked up has prompted endless speculation and rumors. Are there videos of Donald Trump having sex with underage girls? Did grand jury witnesses or Jeffrey Epstein himself implicate Donald Trump? Is this why the Justice Department is keeping it all under seal? Elon Musk could do us all a favor by elaborating on what he knows about the Epstein files and about any effort by the Trump Justice Department to squelch them. But Elon Musk's claim that Trump is in the files, that's not news. And no media organization should be reporting Trump's connection to the Epstein files as just a claim made by Elon Musk. Trump's connection to Jeffrey Epstein has already been proven and established. More information and more files could be revealing and deepen our understanding of Trump's actions and behavior. And maybe, as Musk claims, that's why the Justice Department is keeping things locked up. But all of us should remember that when we talk about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, this sordid stuff and possibly criminal stuff goes way beyond Elon Musk. Yes, the Musk-Trump divorce is messy and perhaps entertaining, but we shouldn't let their childish fight diminish the significance of the Epstein files. Trump is all over those materials, and Trump was all over them long before Elon Musk lashed out. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.